Good morning, everybody. So, we are in St. Albans, Vermont. Wound up sleeping at my shipper last night. I went to bed last night. It was about 45 degrees. Pavement was dry. Wake up this morning and, well, yeah. It's about 20 degrees. And you can see it's snowing. Yay. Just picked up a load of chocolate. Taking it down to Illinois. It was also last night that I learned that Hershey doesn't produce their own chocolate anymore. They actually buy their chocolate in bulk and then melt it down and form it into your various chocolate bars that we are all so familiar with. It's one of the things about this job. It's always something new to learn, especially in refrigerated. But while we're here, figured I'd show off Vermont. I've been up here a couple of times in my career. Always enjoyed it up here. It's a beautiful country. Honestly, I wouldn't mind living up here. Especially this area. We are about 5 miles south of the Canadian border off of I-89. We're way up north. Which is also part of why I'm not overly surprised with the snow. In fact, there were some sections that I drove over yesterday that you go kayaking in the wrong direction for more than half a mile and you might wind up having to deal with a Canadian Mountie. Things are different up here. I hear a lot of drivers talking about how they'll never drive the Northeast. They're always talking about New York City, New Jersey, Boston, Philadelphia. Which, okay, I get it. You don't want to deal with the traffic in those areas, and I can understand that. But when you say the Northeast, that isn't the only thing with the Northeast. The Northeast is also upstate New York, going around Rochester and the Finger Lakes region. It's absolutely gorgeous up there. Not much different than driving through Montana or Wyoming. Pretty rural. What in the dickens are you doing? Just pull out in front of traffic, will you? Y'all saw that, right? Whoa. Alright. Little slick. Gotcha. There will be no cruise control today. But the Northeast does include Maine, Vermont. Some of these states up here that are still very rural haven't changed much since, well, they just don't change much. It's really relaxing driving up here. So, if you're a new driver coming into the industry, don't be a stickler listening to some of these guys and say that you won't drive the Northeast. You're missing out on a lot. And while the traffic of New York or New Jersey can be irritating, for a new driver, it's also a good experience. It's no different than driving Chicago or Los Angeles. The traffic patterns are a little different, but that's how you learn. So, at least for the first 3 to 5 years of your career, don't put any restrictions. Just simply go. Go wherever they send you. There's always something new to learn. A new backing scenario, new traffic patterns, new places. I've been doing this almost 11 years and I just learned something new about food production that I didn't know. And I've hauled Hershey chocolate products for years. Now, I don't hold that against Hershey. I'm not talking to you about you, pup. This is the problem with talking about a chocolate company and your dog happens to be named the same thing. From a business standpoint, it makes sense. It's cheaper to buy chocolate in bulk and have some take on the production costs. That's just smart business. Now, it's times like this that you really got to watch the ice. My tires have been spinning. So, take it easy on the throttle. Slow and steady as she goes. And when you're up this far north, pay attention to your signs. You do not want to wind up at the Canadian border. They don't play. And remember, don't pass the plow. The state of Iowa, just the state of Iowa, has reported 32 plow strikes in the last month because of guys who were trying to pass the plow. Just be patient. Anyway, I got some miles to put down. I'm probably going to be driving in this for a bit. I'll bring you back if things get interesting. So while we're here, I'm going to bring up a point. In front of me, you see a plow. He was doing 20 miles an hour while spraying sand, salt, and I was trying to maintain following distance, and he kept slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. Traffic behind me started to get angry because they thought I was the reason that everything slowed down from 40 miles an hour to 15, 20. Sometimes when you see a big truck doing slow like that, it's not us. It's whatever's in front of us. Might be a tractor, might be a plow. Never know. So, this bridge you see in front of me is going over the eastern arm of Lake Champlain. Yes, that is the same Lake Champlain of Revolutionary War fame. This bridge is about an hour south of Fort Ticonderoga. Just wanted to throw in that little tidbit of history there. This is a very remote area, but drenched in Revolutionary War history. I was hoping I would catch this on camera, but unfortunately I did not. Just to my right, in fact, you can see that tree just there. That's the Canadian border. The border checkpoint was less than 500 feet to my right. So my statement earlier about if you're driving up here, pay attention to your signs, because one wrong move and you're in a lot of legal trouble. Beautiful country. Absolutely beautiful country. But if you don't have your passport and all the legal documentation to be able to drive a truck across that border, yeah, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And they don't just let you turn around.